Thursday has arrived. It is the second to last day of the work week, the second to last day of the month. It's the 30th day of July, 2026. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Not a bad morning. You can see there's a lot of smoke to the north of us from the Little Giant fire. I'll give you a quick update on that when we go to our PTZ cameras. 66 degrees here in the big city. A weak ridge of high pressure has slid in. It's going to make things pretty warm or warmer. Today we got to 85 on Wednesday. We'll be a little bit warmer than that today, and then a little bit warmer than that on Friday, and then everything changes on Saturday. A rather robust cold front comes barreling in. Surface winds are going to go sky high. It's going to blow west to east through the Cascade Gaps. They got to really hop on it these next 2 days, and they have put every available person they can now on the local fires because they know that things are going to get very dicey on Saturday. Those details are coming up. Plus a little bit of news. The Mariners, well, they just can't seem to get it together. They're still struggling offensively. Yesterday was no exception. Now, granted, the Dodgers pitching staff is the best in baseball, and they proved that yesterday. But the Apple Sox just keep right on winning. They have to be the prohibitive favorites to take it all this year in the West Coast League. We'll talk about that. Bonnie Orr will be joining me in the back half of the program. We went up to Ohme Gardens and taped a segment with Bonnie. And it's something we've been joking about for a number of years. There is a sizable number of people who have lived in the Wenatchee Valley for a considerable amount of time and have never been to Ohme Gardens. It's mind-blowing. Go to Ohme Gardens. It's beautiful. It's a great way it's $10 worth of entertainment right there. Bonnie will be joining me in the back half of the program. Let's see what we're looking like. And we're looking a tad smoky to the north of us. We did have an air quality alert. It's still out there. It looked like yesterday was going to get pretty bad, and then about noon we got into the unhealthy for sensitive groups in the Wenatchee Valley, and then it gradually got better and better and better. And by the time sunset came last night, about 8:30, the air quality was right back down to good. You can see the smoke from the Little Giant fire. That's the one that's closest to us. Here's another view of it. This is from the Waterville camera. We're looking right down at Anayatt and the Anayatt Valley. And Anayatt right now has unhealthy air, 173. Again, there's barely a whiff of wind out there, and high pressure is here. So the lid is on the pot, so to speak. It's not mixing up the air at all. The smoke is just, goes up and hits the bottom of the pot and comes right back down again, or hits the lid anyway. Pretty bad up in Chelan too, although their air quality isn't bad. It's like 78, but you look at the McNeil Canyon camera looking out over the Columbia River, and of course the Chelan proper. Normally we could see the lake clear as a day from that camera, but you can't right now, and that is also residual smoke from the Little Giant fire, which really isn't that far away from Lake Chelan. And there is our Billy Goat camera. OMAC has the dirtiest air of anybody. They're at 184 for OMAC, and it's a combination of some of the smoke from the Little Giant fire drifting up. Again, there's no wind. It's dead calm up to the north of us right now. It's also, of course, they're not that far off from the Kaiser Canyon fire, which is the really, really big fire in our area. In fact, right now when I'm thinking about it, the Little Giant fire, a little over 25,000 acres, 0% containment on the Little Giant fire. They have 465 people working that fire, and they're working around the clock. The Kaiser Canyon fire, the biggest of all the fires, 128,000 acres. It's now up to 27% containment, and they got over 1,000 personnel working on the Kaiser Canyon fire. Again, these 2 days, they're going to do everything that they possibly can to reinforce lines, because look at what we have to show for you. I really don't like showing you that. Gee, if you live in the tan area, get ready for some wind. This is a pretty, this cold front is got some juice to it. The surface winds will be strong. The upper level winds will be strong. Relative humidity going to be down. Temperatures will be considerably cooler. It'll be cooler by 8, 10, 12 degrees by the time we get to Sunday, because it's cold air, but it's dry air. There is no rain at all to be had. So a fire weather watch is all day Saturday, right on in to Saturday night. So, yeah. Sunshine today, very little to no wind, 90. Our high today, we hit 85 yesterday. Mostly clear tonight, 62 for the overnight low, and then I think we can call 94 hot on Friday. Look at the difference between the high on Friday and the high on Sunday. Saturday is when things get pretty cattywampus. A lot of sunshine, cooler, high of only 86, a big cool down on Saturday, but very, very windy in the morning. A west to east wind, 13 to 18 miles an hour. In the afternoon, 25 miles an hour, gusts above 40 miles an hour, and that's for the Wenatchee Valley. Other locations will see stronger gusts yet, and that goes all the way through till Saturday night. Little residual wind on Sunday. By Sunday early afternoon, the last of the cold front will be here. All that will be left behind is cool air. So it's still going to be a little breezy on Sunday with a high of 82, and then we warm right back up again, of course, on Saturday. Saturday is August. Where's summer going? Somebody should write a song about that. Going to take a break and come back with the news. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The Surf and Slide Water Park is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Surf and Slide is located in the heart of Central Washington in Moses Lake with activities for all ages and abilities. Check out Surf and Slide's Flow Rider Surfing Simulator, Lazy River, 2 200-foot water slides, tube slides, and diving boards. Our children's area includes a Treasure Island water structure, splash pad, and baby octopus slide. For season passes, visit us online or find Surf and Slide on Facebook.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
How are things going with your parenting plan?
Amanda and I decided to do mediation with the Columbian Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We really wanted to avoid the costly attorney fees.
I didn't even know mediation was an option.
Yeah, they even train people to become mediators. They did such a good job, I'm actually considering taking the training myself.
I'm so happy for you guys. When parents work together, it seems everyone is happier.
Their mediators really listen to your wants and needs. I'm really happy with the outcome. Coming, buddy.
That was a shot you just saw of our Nanapoc Ridge camera up Lake Wenatchee way of the little giant fire. That's the fire, of course, that's geographically speaking closest to the Wenatchee Valley. So it's pretty bad air right now in Entiat, as I mentioned at the top of the show, with very little to no wind at all today, nor tomorrow before a significant wind event comes on Saturday. They are doing all they can to get bulldozers and airdrops and everything to tamper those babies down as quick as they can before Mother Nature makes them burn again. This is a pretty cool story. It's next to the legendary Gorge Amphitheater. It's a new campus. It's called the Hilltop. It's founded and created by the people who started the Gorge Amphitheater about 40 years ago, Vince and Carol Bryan. They got big plans for this piece of real estate, so we had a chance to visit with Vince Bryan to learn a little bit more about what the Hilltop is and what it wants to become.
We're on the western side of the hilltop, facing the Columbia River, the cliffs going down to it, as well as the Kalakam mountain range in front of the Cascade Range on the other side of the river. This is midway in the area called the Columbia River Reserve, which is almost 1,000 acres. Years ago. It's been diminished in size as various pieces are developed, I guess you'd say. And we are on a hilltop, which is about 70 feet above the surrounding area. a hilltop that was left here when the Missoula floods passed through and carved out much of the rest of the land, but seemingly left this butte. Well, the butte is an extraordinary piece of land. It certainly was left behind principally because of its topography, the fact that it couldn't be farmed and things of that sort. But in its own right, it stands out as almost a monument to being able to resist the forces of the floods and nature and all of those kinds of things. And there were a lot of remarkable characteristics associated with the land itself. As to what grows on it, what shapes it has on it, what grows on the rock, and the forms that the rocks have taken. It almost seems like a natural place to celebrate the greatness of this world in which we live, in all forms. Certainly one of those is the environment itself. Another one is its proximity to other worlds above as well as below. And then in addition, an opportunity to bring to that other things that are clearly worthy of celebrating in these times, such as the arts, all forms of the arts, you know, whether it's in the fine arts, whether it's in music, all genre of music from opera and so forth, to dance, and the symphonic pieces as well as contemporary pieces, jazz, I think I may have mentioned. And then to celebrate also the scientific world in which we live, the accomplishments, the marvels of modern technology, to marvel at the environmental structures up in the sky, the moon, and understand that with technology we can get there. Or even that we're talking to each other out here in the middle of the edge of a cliff practically, and able to communicate back and forth. And to celebrate amongst that, even though we're just tiny specks on the earth in reality, the remarkable achievements of humankind that have been able not only to survive on this planet, but to do good things on it, to create beautiful things and beautiful sounds and beautiful images and beautiful conversation and poetry and writing and theater and cinema and all these things. So there's so much to celebrate, especially at a time when so many things seem to be left unapproachable for whatever reason. So we're excited to choose this spot, which is telling us by its very being that it's ripe for that. We've been invited into this environment, and I think that we're sort of the messenger to everybody else that they're invited to, and hopefully they will come and enjoy and celebrate life with us in all its forms. The vertical construction here of the architecture will not begin until next year, but this year the SOAR Festival, SOAR, S-O-A-R, meaning to soar, because in the celebration of all that's beautiful and good, you sort of get lifted off by it, is a one-day event this year, an inaugural event. It's a philanthropic event for those who are in a position to provide something philanthropically, or otherwise to just come and attend, because it's everybody's place. The intent of it is to not only take you, should you so choose, to the hilltop, to get an understanding of the uniqueness, the remarkable uniqueness, because it's just no normal desert out here. It's pretty special. As well as to introduce you to the performance that's anticipated going forward in the future, and to give you a sampling of that, from symphony to original creations of the movements of that symphony, to performance of live theater, where you'll see the actor and actress from the lead roles in Jesus Christ Superstar, just played at the Fifth Avenue Theater, the actress from Broadway, spectacular people, then to be followed by the symphony backing up the music of David Foster and his wife, Catherine McPhee. So I hope that you come, and I hope everybody comes, because this is everybody's place. The project cannot go forward without everybody, and I hope that everybody embraces it, endorses it. It's for the good of our own rich fulfillment in life, but especially so for our children, who can come to a place where they can be exposed to all of these wonderful things on this place that we live, and the wonderful people who make it great, and bridge any divides that may be between peoples on the globe, I guess you say.
And As You'd Like It is this year's production, the Short Shakespeareans. It opens on August 5th. Just a few more days from now at the Riverside Playhouse. Our own Josie Beats brought his camera, his microphone, and his hat to the Playhouse and gives us a preview.
What has 65 kids, 48 years of tradition, and 2 directors? Why, it's the Short Shakespeareans. I'm Josie Meets, and I'm here with Wenatchee World and NCW Life at the Riverside Playhouse, catching up with the latest production of the Short Shakespeareans. The Short Shakespeareans began in 1978 with Sherry Chastain's Shrek, who started it as a summertime activity in the backyard, and it has grown into an essential piece of Wenatchee's cultural tapestry. Now under the direction of mother and daughter duo Kelly and Maddie Atwood, the Short Shakespeareans bring you the community As You Like It on August 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th with 2 shows on the 8th. We caught up with some of the Short Shakes to hear about all the magic happening behind the scenes.
I think that I would definitely, without Short Shakes, not be the same person. And I think for most of the kids in the program, it's definitely just something that brings out like confidence and learning how to publicly speak, being able to be creative, memorizing things, following directions. I think I would have so many less friends if I didn't do Short Shakes. There's definitely so many people that I've met through Short Shakes that I wouldn't know otherwise, and there's been so many just like opportunities to meet new people and make friends. The amount of work that like the community puts into Short Shakes is amazing, honestly. Like there's always parents volunteering, and you know, like you said, Kelly's like sewing costumes all the time, and people even after they graduate come back and help as like student directors and stuff. I'd say that there's so many people who volunteer and help with it, and it's just awesome to see. It's probably one of the best experiences that I think I've had growing up.
I think it really helped because I was so young, it just felt like, oh, this is just like what I do in the summers. So it already, by the time when I was 5, I was just like, I'm just here to like be with my friends. And then when I really started like really liking acting, it already felt so normal. And so like I was so comfortable in this space. So it was really just a nice like constant that I had throughout my acting career. Yeah, I've always been interested in like having a more like directorial role in a production. And this is the first time I get to like explore that. So it's been really fun to just kind of manage that and sit on the other side of the desk and like watch and like make pointers and take notes and stuff, and being able to add my own bits that I come up with into the show. It's really like, it's cool to see and it's cool to experience. Being able to be in a show and watch all like the parents and everyone also working just as hard to put the show on, it's really like, it creates a really, really good community that brings everyone together.
I think that we're able to leave each other for a whole school year and just come back and like pick right back up and be best friends again. And it's a really strong community, especially after like the loss we faced last year. I think that made us like super strong, and I think we all just love to be here and love to see each other and hang out, like no matter how old we all are.
Yeah, we all have respect for each other. We understand we've all gone through quite a bit with, as she said, the loss, and we all can, even newcomers, can just feel welcome immediately.
It's definitely challenging, especially when you're like younger, like middle school, late elementary school, and you get lines. I definitely have to Google a lot or ask Maddie to explain a lot, but like it's helped me learn a lot and like be really fluent in Shakespeare, and it even helped me like when I went into high school, and yeah.
Yeah, you have to know what you're saying to act on the stage and be comfortable in just saying your lines and projecting them out.
Yeah, a lot of people I think are hesitant to join or whatever because it's Shakespeare and it's like not so fun. But I think Maddie really puts like a lot of magic into it, and she kind of is like the glue that holds us all together, especially like in rehearsal. She's always making us laugh, and like Kelly works so hard on our costumes, and like they just make sure everything is perfect and they make it so worth it to be here.
Yeah, I agree with her. It's so much fun. It's so many puns flying around. Yeah, it's just Yeah, like she said, Maddie was the glue. She holds us all together. When we're on stage, some of us just fall over laughing because she said something funny, like, yeah.
She's a hoot.
You can read more about the Short Shakes at WenatcheeWorld.com. Interested parties can purchase tickets at mtow.org or by visiting the Numerica Pack box office. And with Wenatchee World and NCW Life, I'm Josie Meats. Go!
Thank you, Josie. The news tonight at 5 o'clock and 5:30 and 6 o'clock and 6:30 and forever and ever and ever on the World Wide Web. This whole internet thing, folks, it's going to be big. I mean it. I'm no longer a skeptic. This internet thing, it's going to take off. You can watch the news on our YouTube page right around 5 o'clock. Got a news tip? Love to hear from you. News at ncwlife.com. Well, Eric Lauer is one of the best pitchers in baseball. Doesn't pitch for us, pitches for the Dodgers. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is having their biggest sale on swim spas and hot tubs. With the biggest deals of the year, save up to $6,000 on a swim spa or up to $5,000 on a hot tub. Did you know hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis? Blue Lagoon enjoys helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Let the experts at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa handle the installation and regular maintenance. Relax, knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Give us a call today.
There's something about this time of year. Longer days, open windows, more time spent at home with the people who matter most. For generations, Boswell's Home Furnishings has helped families create spaces that feel warm, welcoming, and lived in. After 100 years serving our beautiful valley, Boswell's commitment remains the same. Quality furnishings, personal service, and gratitude for the community that made it all possible. Boswell's Home Furnishings. It's closer than you think.
Chelan PUD works hard year-round to reduce fire risk and provide dependable service for our customers. But when extreme fire weather is forecasted, we may resort to a public safety power shutoff, turning off power to a specific area in order to prevent fire. In this rare event, we'll keep you informed before, during, and after the shutoff. To stay prepared and check if you're in a PSPS zone, visit chelanpud.org/PSPS.
Sports, Eric Lauer gave up just one hit. He threw 6 shutout innings. Andy Pages hit a home run. The math adds up to a 4-2 victory. The Dodgers over the Mariners last night. The Dodgers scored 1 run in the first, another one in the third, 1 run in the fourth, and 1 run in the sixth.
Leaves this one over the plate for Pages. Hooked in the air, deep left field, and gone! It's another home run. Andy Pages with his first one of the second half.
That's a sweeper right there, and that thing just kind of hung. Didn't do much of anything.
Freeman breaks his bat, a little teardrop left side, smothered by Wilson, sort of. Ohtani's in to score, 2-0.
Or you hope you score that a hit. Yep, they gave him a hit.
That was destroyed. Pages grounds one left side, and it gets under Wilson. Everybody's safe, and it's 3-0. 2 of the 3 runs for the Dodgers were hit at Weston Wilson. Neither one would have been an easy play. On a 3-2 to Ohtani. It's shot to left center field and headed for the gap and headed for the wall. Picked up by Rodriguez. Here comes rushing. No throw, or no chance on the throw at least. RBI double from Ohtani and a 4-0 lead.
This ball out over the plate, a little higher than the pitches that Rucker had thrown previous. Shirley just gets a hold of that thing and smokes that thing. 111 off the bat. I almost thought he hit it too hard. I thought he hit it too hard. It was going to play off the wall. The rush was moving. Got a good jump.
Trying to get the Mariners back in this ball game. Pinch hitting with 1 gone in the 8th. First one from Scott is blasted to left field. Hernandez back at the wall. Makes the catch. Teoscar takes it. One of his best defensive plays in Dodger blue.
Came in at 97, went out at 98, and then we got to see Teo scale the walls.
Chances are you're not going to see him for 2 more at-bats. Cole Young, base hit, left field. Weston Wilson hits third and comes home. The Mariners are on the board. It's a 3-run game. Young's reached base 5 times in the first 2 games of this series. Deep out to right field. Tucker chasing, and he can't make the catch. Canzone scores. Naylor is into second base, so a pair of doubles of the Mariners will bring the tying run to the plate.
Mariners catch a break right here. Naylor hits his ball out towards the wall, but Tucker short arms it.
To first and caught by Freeman. That's the ball game. Welcome back, Edwin Diaz, and the Dodgers have tied this series up.
Dodgers playing some good baseball tonight. Really the tone set by Eric Lauer out on the mound. Again, he continues his stretch. He's in a Dodger uniform out on this mound. Dodgers win. Did it again. Go for the series win tomorrow evening.
Emerson, threw the ball well. Had a couple of jams, there where he was able to, work out of it with limited damage. I thought he gave us a chance, and the way the bullpen threw the ball, kept the game close and gave us a chance late to kind of tack on. And offensively, just kind of a different night tonight. Yesterday found a lot of barrels. Today, a lot of contact, just not a lot of barrels, and a couple of walks to get us some traffic here and there. But outside of that, just not much going, and a tougher night there until late. We found some more barrels late, and tried to jump back into it, but just weren't able to do it there at the end. Yeah, he was moving it around. He's doing what he was doing, and changing the speeds and making it difficult, for us to barrel it up. And I think that I think as we got into the game, and we saw a little bit more velo at the end. I thought the at-bats ended up being a little bit better, but we just like I said, the contact just wasn't the quality of contact.
Mariners wrap up their road trip, one more game in L.A., then they're back in the Emerald City this weekend. Starting tomorrow, they'll take on the Twins. Well, the Rangers lost. That's good news, if there was any for the Mariners. Here's your scoreboard for the American League West. So the Rangers getting shut out. The Rangers lead the Astros by just a game now. The Astros knocked off the Angels. Mariners are now 2.5 games out of first place. It was 4-4 going into the top of the 9th inning in Kelowna. At the end of the 9th inning, it was 8-4. Yep. Apple Sox scored 4 runs in the 9th to walk away from Kelowna. 8-4 Apple Sox over the Falcons. Apple Sox still have the best record in the league, and they have had for almost this entire season. They take on Kelowna again tonight at 6:35. By the way, there are just 6 games left in the regular season. Here's your scoreboard with a friendly reminder. The West Coast League playoffs begin 1 week from tomorrow, and we know the Apple Sox will be in it. Looking forward to that playoff baseball. Nothing beats it. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. Yesterday we did lasagna. Everybody loves lasagna, and I think pretty much everybody loves cheesecake. It's National Cheesecake Day today. I'm not a big dessert eater. For one thing, I'm usually, by the time it's time for dessert, I'm full and I don't want to eat anymore. But if there's cheesecake out there, yeah, I'll save room for cheesecake. Invented by the ancient Greeks. And then the modern cheesecake, well, we get to thank the English, the mother country, for that. They took the Greek recipe, they made it better, and then we have cheesecake the way we act. And that looks really, really, really good. Cheesecake. If you go to a restaurant, they don't have cheesecake for dessert or available, you might consider going elsewhere. Today in history, General Grant called this the saddest affair of the entire Civil War, which was nothing but one big sad affair. This is the anniversary of the Battle of the Crater on this date in 1864. The idea was pretty simple. The guy in charge of the Union Army was actually a mining engineer in civilian life. He said, let's dig a really, really, really long mine shaft right underneath the Confederate line, the fort, and then we'll put 320 kegs of gunpowder and we'll blow it up with a big fuse. And it worked. It worked to perfection. It just blew the fort to smithereens. 278 Confederate soldiers died, and they should have stopped right there. But unfortunately, the Union Army then ran right into the big hole that they created, and they couldn't get out. It was 30 feet deep, the crater was. Nobody brought a ladder. Why they even ran into the damn thing is lost to history, and there they were at the bottom of this ginormous crater, and it was just a turkey shoot after that. So they killed 278 Confederate soldiers with the explosion, and then 500 Union soldiers were slaughtered by trapping themselves at the bottom of a big hole. It happened on this date in 1864. We've all seen the movie Jaws. We all know that memorable scene in Quint's boat when he talks about the USS Indianapolis. A great acting job by Robert Shaw. The actual event took place on this date in 1945. Of course, they had just delivered the parts to make the atom bomb, which they would drop on Hiroshima. It was top secret mission, absolutely top secret. Then a Japanese sub found the Indianapolis, blew it up. It sank in just 12 minutes. I mean, just like that. 300 and some odd men actually went down with the ship. 574 got off the ship. And then, you know, what would happen over the next 4 days? Exposure, starvation, getting eaten by sharks. They were so thirsty they were drinking the salt water from the Pacific Ocean. That killed them. There were 1,195 crew members on the Indianapolis. 316 would survive. That was on this date 81 years ago today. Happy birthday to Medicare and Medicaid. It was on this date 1965 at the Truman Library in Independence, Missouri, that Lyndon Johnson signs into law the Social Security Act of 1965, birthing both Medicare and Medicaid. They did it at the Truman Library because when Truman was president in the mid-1940s, he was all for it, but it was not politically expedient at that time. There was a war to fight, and it took 20 years, but they got it done. The very first Medicare and Medicaid card ever issued went to Bess Truman, and the second one went to Harry Truman, 61 years ago today. 60 years ago today, this is the 60th anniversary of England beating Germany 4-2 in extra time to win the World Cup. At the late lamented Wembley Stadium in London, it remains to this day the only time that England, the birthplace of soccer, all of soccer, the worldwide phenomenon that football is, it all started in England. It's their one and only world championship. And to this day, 60 years later, that final remains the most watched television event in the history of Great Britain. They love their soccer. And Jimmy Hoffa, will you please contact your answering service? Mr. Hoffa, please contact your answering service at a small restaurant in suburban Detroit on this date in 1975. Jimmy Hoffa disappears. I think he's probably dead. It's been 51 years. Let's do some birthdays. One of the half dozen most influential Americans of the 20th century. It's as simple as that. Henry Ford. He had a lot of flaws. He was an anti-Semite, and he did a lot of bad things, but he did one amazing thing. He made the automobile everywhere. He changed this country's culture forever. It's as simple as that. So an automobile was a curiosity, and nobody could afford it. Thanks to Henry Ford, the automobile became everywhere. And he also, of course, invented the 5-day-a-week, 40-hour a week workday, and paid his people well too. You have to give him that. Born in the state in 1863. Casey Stengel. He won 9 world championships, 2 as a player, 7 as a manager, of course, with the New York Yankees. Good pitching will also always stop good hitting, and vice versa. I heard it can't be done, but it doesn't always work. The secret of managing is to keep the guys who hate you away from the guys who haven't made up their mind yet. Always have a catcher on your team, or else the ball will roll to the backstop with every pitch. And there comes a time in a man's life, and I've had plenty of them. The legendary Casey Stengel, born in Kansas City, thus his nickname, in 1890. Some living people, Arnold Schwarzenegger is 79 years old today, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that he was the 38th governor of the state of California. I don't think I'll ever figure that one out. But the movies are great. Happy 79th, Arnold. We love you. This guy's doing really good. Really, really good. Christopher Nolan, wow. I mean, Oppenheimer, and now, of course, The Odyssey, which is all anybody is talking about. Movies that he has directed has earned a total of 49 Oscar nominations and 18 wins, and that doesn't even count The Odyssey, which is going to win a slew of Oscars come next February. Christopher Nolan, and he's only 56. I'd watch him film The Phone Book. And Hilary Swank, she has 2 Academy Awards, both of them for Best Actress. Not a lot of people have done that. She is 52 years old today. For Heat and Air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsor. If you're going to have a platinum sponsor, have a platinum business do that. For Heat and Air, call Alpine Air. Mike Minotti has got an opinion about some of the technological changes in our national pastime. And then a visit with Bonnie Orr, my good friend Bonnie Orr at Ohme Gardens. It's always great to see Bonnie. That's coming up. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the Instant Black Channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Summer is here, and Collins Fashions has a great selection of lightweight tops, capri sundresses to keep you cool. So many events and parties in this summer, and we have special occasion dress wear for you. Fall fashions will be arriving soon from French Dressing, Carly B, Nick and Zoe, Joseph Ribkoff, Clara Sun Wu, Habitat and Cut. New Brighton jewelry and handbags arrive every week, and Brighton has beautiful gifts for the special people in your life. Personal service, great selection at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, Major League Baseball is doing something new this year. They're allowing batters, catchers, and pitchers to challenge a so-called ball or strike. Now, if one of these 3 folks disagree with the umpires calling a ball or strike, they can challenge the call by tapping their head. A big graphic then showing up on the scoreboard shows the location of the pitch in and out of the strike zone will then appear on the scoreboard for everyone to see, and the call is either verified or overturned. Maybe this process allows for more fairness and less bad calls, but it's certainly cut back on episodes of managers flying out of the dugout to kick dirt on umpires' shoes, and players throwing fits and getting tossed out of the game, all of which, in my mind, adds up to what used to make baseball our national sport. Well, personally, I'm not sure if I like this new development, but I'll tell you this. I'm sure Ty Cobb is rolling over in his grave. Yep. Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Welcome back to the program. It must be a special occasion when we bring Bonnie Orr in, and it's not a solstice, and it's not an equinox, but we love Bonnie, and as we continue to kind of wind down Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, it was kind of obvious that I had to have you on one more time.
Why not? Otherwise, we'll miss each other.
I know, and here we are at Ohme Gardens, which became kind of our go-to place about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We would shoot our little segments sometimes in the wintertime. We'd shoot in the studio, but then when it was nice enough weather, we would kind of go to different places. But I think it was your idea about 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, because I've been involved with the Friends for years.
Friends of
years.
Ohme Gardens,
yeah, yeah.
yes. You and a bunch of really cool people.
Indeed.
Indeed. It's been a good year for Ohme, I'm assuming. You spend a lot of time up here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here on this Friday afternoon. It's warm, but it's busy. So we love Ohme Gardens.
We do.
And the season pass, best deal in town.
Indeed.
What is it, 35,
40?
40 bucks?
Uh-huh.
40 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes for a calendar year. So if you buy it like on August 1st, it goes all the way through to August 1st of next year, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Well, it stops at October 15th,
Right.
and then it goes to yeah.
So,
yeah.
How you doing? Last time we talked on the summer solstice back on June 21st, the big word was it's not a good year really for much of anything.
I think that everybody's in the garden is sort of it is the nights were cold in June, and so things didn't get going, and then now it's been over 86 degrees, so the tomatoes are pouting and everything else. My eggplant is only that big.
It's usually twice that size.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm hoping it'll wake up. But anyway, things are not really, really happy.
Is there any vegetable that people have growing in their backyard that's having
some
a good
people
year?
are harvesting zucchini already.
Oh, whoa, in July.
Yeah.
That's more of almost a kind of a September-ish kind of a thing,
it's
isn't
kind
it?
of an August thing, yeah.
Yeah, August and September.
So, anyway,
Kind of a
it'll
thing.
be a slow garden year.
Slow garden. That's
But
just what
I'm
it is.
amazed that my grapes are ripe.
Mhm.
Okay, this is not even the end of July yet. My grapes are ripe. My figs, I just have a plethora of figs.
I don't think you can say plethora on television.
Oh, you can't? Oh, dear.
Don't worry about that. I'm a ginormous, from a tree fruit standpoint, I love pluots, which is a hybrid.
Yeah.
It's about 65% plum, about 35% apricots.
Right.
They've been out for a while. They're a great hybrid. I eat them like popcorn. They don't last very long.
But it's not a man-made.
No, it isn't.
It's natural.
It's natural.
Yeah.
A peach, an apricot and a plum, apparently they were listening to some Barry White music.
Yeah.
And they had some wine, and one thing led to another. It was at the cabin or something like that.
That's right.
Anyway, I love pluots. They were almost a month early this
Really?
year.
Okay.
Yeah, I was amazed when I walked into a couple of grocery stores. They already had pluots.
But that's from California, right?
No, they're here. I mean, they
from
grow them
here.
right here.
Okay.
Yeah, Judge Brian Huber,
Oh, yeah,
Douglas County
yeah.
Superior Court judge, has a pluot tree in
Yeah.
his backyard, and he brings me pluots.
Okay.
But they came and went like that. It seems like all the tree fruits are ahead of schedule this year.
It could be. Well, we didn't have very much of a winter, and the bloom time was in its normal sequence. No frost, no winds, and
I was born and raised here, and outside of a couple of years on the west side, I've been here my whole life. It has been, and I don't think it's an anomaly anymore, it's been windy. Windier than normal for the last, seems like 5 years.
Well, yeah, I remember 4 years ago, we had wind every single day from March 15th to August 3rd. It was so, and we're having not quite that, but it is amazingly windy. It makes it hard to water, and it dries everything out so fast. In fact, I have to watch my water features because the wind blows the water out of it. Yeah.
Jetstream is playing kind of havoc with us. It's not really where it's supposed to be and hasn't. It's moving more, and it's moving more dramatically up and down. over the North American continent.
And what's the reason for this?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Yeah,
Neither do I.
because the Earth is still spinning at about the same rate
as
it has been for a couple of million years.
Let's hope that it continues.
Let's hope that it continues out. Yeah, let's make sure that the Earth keeps spinning, folks. So here we are. We're getting towards late summer. August is knocking on our door, and before you know it, it'll be fall. So what can you do now for you folks who want to plant something that they can eat later on, say October-ish, that you can put in the ground now and it's good to go?
Well, August
in a couple
6th
months?
is the cross day.
Okay.
That's where we cross over from one half from the solstice to the equinox, and you can start your winter garden. Okay. So I would actually this week go buy the seeds before they start gathering up all the seeds and putting the Christmas decorations out. Or is it the Halloween decorations?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's early. Spinach, beets, carrots, kale, peas, cilantro. Because the cilantro will not bolt. The cilantro doesn't bolt because it gets hot. It's because the days are too long. So as the days decrease in light, you will have more chance of having more leafy green cilantro.
Bonnie grows carrots in her winter garden that aren't very big, but they are bursting with flavor.
They're so sugary, aren't they?
They're remarkable. I mean,
yeah.
store-bought carrots have nothing on what you can grow.
There's nothing quite like going out and moving the snow and the mulch away, and oh my goodness, the smell of the soil, and also they're so sweet.
It's been a rough year for a lot of people who just have a lawn. They just have a nice grassy lawn, and for reasons, and probably a number of reasons, they've had a tough go of it this year.
It is the higher being saying lawns probably are going to go out of fashion.
Yeah.
Because we're in such droughts. But people who do have lawns need to do things about them to take care of them.
Well, like what at this time of the year?
It's hard to water because of the wind.
Right.
Okay. And if you didn't thatch, you probably should thatch in the fall, because if you have too much thatch, your roots are only 2 inches deep and the water cannot get down.
Why the fall to thatch and just not now?
Oh, it's too hot right now.
Okay.
Because sometimes you have to overseed a little bit, and there's no way. So I would say the fall. And aerating is something that is essential.
And we rarely talk about aerating, but it needs to be done.
It does. And you know, aerating can be done every year, thatching about every 3 years. But the wonderful thing about aeration is that you're going to pull up plugs of roots and soil, and if you rake over either compost or peat moss, so it falls into the holes, you'll be enriching your soil and also giving places for the roots to travel.
And a place for the water to go. The water won't sit on the surface and it won't evaporate. It'll get down into the soil where the roots actually are. You see this, every parks does it, the school districts do it. Anything that's a public entity, large piece of real estate that's grass, they aerate it every year. Usually right around May-ish or so, sometimes in April. It's just common. Golf courses too.
Yes.
It's common practice.
Taking care of the lawn in that way.
But the average Joe Schmo with half an acre of lawn doesn't really think about aerating.
Yeah, but the half acre of lawn is going out of style. I just do have to tell you, because we just cannot sustain it.
So what's going in style?
Okay, probably some drought-tolerant grasses. Clover has 30% less water. One of the things is that if people are mowing, they should be up to 3 inches. Just to protect the roots if they aren't at 3 inches. The little turfy grasses for the golf course just aren't good for the homeowner.
Right.
And then just having less and putting in maybe native plants or some other types of things that don't take as much water. But truly, we are not going to be, lawns is the largest irrigated crop in America.
And it's not even a crop.
No, because you mow it every week.
Yeah, I don't eat grass.
Yeah.
I do other things with grass, but that's neither here nor there. We know, a lawn will tell you when it's stressed, when it's not feeling good.
Yeah, it kind of turns blue.
There's telltale signs. Yeah. Is there telltale signs that you're overwatering your yard, or does it hide those symptoms?
Okay, so people who have canal water many times do overwater. And the master gardeners, it's really interesting. People bring in samples of their turf, and you can really tell that it is overwatered, but many times there's this much thatch and then soggy. You know, it's just, yes. Okay, so at this time of year, 2 inches a week. 1 inch on Monday, 1 inch on Friday. And that's it. And then the weight of the water will take it with gravity down.
If you have been overwatering your yard and you cut way back, is it going to be punky for a little while? Or is it going to say thank you? I was drowning.
It's going to say thank you, and so will the worms, because okay, so soil has 50% soil, 25% air, 25% water, and when you have too much water, the air is gone, and roots need air, and so do the worms.
We won't be visiting come September for the what is it? September is the equinox. Thank you very much. So a lot of people make a mistake before winter comes with their lawn. They mow it like it's a putting green, and you've told me before that's really not a very good idea.
Right, and you also don't need to fertilize it.
Right.
Because the grass is not going to be growing in the fall, and so all that fertilizer is going to wash into the groundwater.
Good time to plant trees come fall?
Yes, okay, see that's another thing. If you are overwatering your lawn and you have trees growing in your lawn, you're going to be killing the trees. You can tell when you have dead branches at the top of the tree that there's root damage.
Yep, and that's root rot, and you see it. So the very top of the tree, if it has no
Dead.
leaves on it,
and
it's salvageable, but just don't keep watering it. Yeah, and we talked about this before. Trees that are in the middle of a yard, and you don't think about that when you're watering your lawn, that your maple tree, your oak tree is getting,
or your dogwood,
is getting a lot more water than it actually needs.
Yeah.
So,
or wants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What else is on your mind while we're here?
Okay, I made a list.
Right,
I made a list. Again, okay, 2 things that come to mind. One is safe herbicide applications, because we've been having this wind, this little puff. We have a puff right this minute. You can see the leaves moving. It's too puffy to use herbicide. Okay, because it moves, and when it's over 86 degrees, which it is right now, it volatilizes, which means it turns to a gas. And then, well, your neighbors, something else,
all of a sudden you killed your neighbor's tree.
Or a prize plant that you loved, you go, oh, and it just breaks people's heart when we tell them that.
Yeah. You made a note about photosynthesis. Can you say that on television?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't say it again, though.
Okay.
Okay. So, because they'll cut us off. Okay. Okay. So, it has started to be smoky.
Yes. Well, that's the new normal. We're going to have smoke every year, and normally our smoke season is like in September. That's when we really get the worst.
And yes, it's pretty interesting, isn't it? Last year it was all of August, all of September, and into October.
We had smoke. Yeah, serious smoke in late August through about mid-September.
Yeah.
Including about a week over Labor Day weekend and into the early start of the school year, where the air was simply unfit to breathe for about 8 days.
Well, that means it's unfit to breathe because there's a lot of particulate, and that particulate is falling on your leaves of your plants. And so washing off your plants, it helps with the photosynthesis.
Okay. You can say photosynthesis on television. Well, get that done. I think we've taken care of everything.
Yeah, everything we wanted to talk about.
I'm so sad that you didn't have a very good year in the garden.
Well, hey, it's only the beginning. I think August will be great.
Yeah, I hope so.
Today I'm going to can peaches, and I'm planning to can tomatoes at the end of August. Yeah.
And to my benefit, she canned cookies. Yeah. The cookie harvest this year has been great, though.
That's how you and I met.
That's true.
When you were at KPQ with Steve Hare.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Well, I'm going to close with this story. Bonnie and I, one of the very first shows we ever did, original production for the NCAA Life Channel, was Green Thumbs and Dirty Knees. Bonnie was the expert. She was the host, and I don't know what the hell I did.
You asked good questions.
I asked good questions, and we had a really fun time doing that show. We only did it for about 2.5 years. It was we lost our sponsors, and if you don't have sponsors, you don't do a show. So before we did the interview, I went on YouTube, and on the search bar, I typed in Green Thumbs and Dirty Knees, and there's still 4 episodes out there that are about 8 years old that you can watch. So if you want to see something remarkable, Bonnie not aging and me getting gray, check it out, because all the other episodes, they're kind of like...
Yeah, they evaporated.
They got, I think some herbicide got to them and they died. So there's a number of people who really missed that show, and we really did have a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun with that.
We did. Yeah. So Bonnie Orr, happy everything. I will see you around.
I'm sure.
I'm not doing it.
Enjoy.
As long as there's Bonnie Orr cookies, I'm all over that. We'll do a podcast or something. How's that sound?
Okay, that sounds like a
Bonnie
good
Orr,
thing.
everybody, give her a big hand. One more thing, they are the absolute pros, the Chelan Douglas Master Gardeners. Any questions at all, any issues at all, these are the people who know what they're doing.
Monday, library, the downtown library on Douglas Street from 1 to 4.
And the new classes for Master Gardeners is opening up soon. Get a hold of Marco Martinez at the...
662-67...
Chelan Douglas Master Gardeners. Marco runs the joint, and I believe the window is open to get signed up if you're interested in becoming a Master Gardener.
Let me try it again, 662-6570. I think that's...
Yeah, and I think you have to put a 509 in front of that, too.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I hope that's it. Maybe it's not the number. Who knows?
Bonnie, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you soon. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
That is the smoke that you see from the Little Giant Fire, and that is the smoke you see from the Little Giant Fire behind me. Quick little AQI update. Once again, it's Entiat and Ohme getting the brunt of it. There's the Nanapoc Ridge camera looking over towards where the Little Giant Fire is. Those trees that you see moving in the foreground there is a little deceiving, because it really isn't very little wind at all. It's almost dead calm where the fire actually is. Entiat's at 182 on the AQI scale right now. That is unhealthy. And Ohme is at 183, so they haven't really changed in the last hour. Entiat's bad smoke, bad air is from the fire you see there. Ohme's bad air, as we go up to the Billy Goat camera, most of that's coming from the Kaiser Canyon fire, which is still monstrous. 128,000 acres, but at least that fire is 27% contained. The Little Giant Fire has 0 containment. It's going to be warmer today. It's going to be very warm Friday, no wind at all, and then all of that changes on Saturday. A cold front that means business is going to come barreling in early Saturday morning. It's going to be breezy Saturday morning, going to be windy Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, both on the surface and in the upper elevations. You tie that in with low humidity. So they're doing everything they can in all the fires to get as much around it as possible before Mother Nature throws them a rather significant curveball. 90 today with high pressure, 94 Friday with high pressure. That all goes away with this robust cold front Saturday morning. That's why we have the fire weather watch all day Saturday, all day Saturday night. Very windy, gusts above 40 miles an hour on Saturday afternoon for the Wenatchee Valley. Other locations prone to wind, we'll see even stronger winds. Hang in there, firefighters. And provided this show isn't canceled, I'll see you tomorrow, Friday. Until then, bye-bye.